Hey guys, this is Sarah McDonald, Star Director with Scentsy. We're coming into our biggest, we're in our biggest selling seasons for the year. And I thought I would just have a chat about some ways that you can really maximize your sales and your leverage coming into end of October and November and early December. So, one of the biggest things that's made a huge difference in my personal business has actually been the concept of organizing my contacts and putting them into lists into the workstation, or not lists, but putting them into the workstation as contacts, and actually following up and having regular communication with these contacts. So, what I challenge you all to do is to actually go through all your receipt or your order invoices that you've got from past customers. Go through and where they've put their information down, like with their email and phone number, I want you to go through and actually add them as contacts into your workstation. Now, the reason I suggest to do this is because what tends to happen is, and this happened with me, so I am telling you out of experience, I would get those forms, I would get those customer details from parties or from people that say wanted to order something through a friend or whatever, or you send a sample out and they want to order something, and I wouldn't put their contact details in a way that I could easily access them. So, for example, I would have the receipt sitting there in a box, called customer receipts, and I would hear over and over again from people. They'd say the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune's in the follow-up. And I'd be like, yeah. Okay, cool. Yep, fortune's in the follow-up. Yep. So, I better follow up with a couple of people or follow up with a host or whatever. But then when I went through my receipts for my customers, I actually realized I have not been following up with almost anyone, maybe a tenth of what I could actually been following up with. And I'm not just talking about customers. I'm talking about people that you give samples out to. Anyone that you get details from that might be interested in Scentsy or in products. If you have a drawer at a market and people put down their name and email, put them into the workstation. Add them in, okay? Because what I've found that has worked really well is just sending out regular emails or going through the, say there might be in the transition month when you have discontinued items and you go through and search and you find who's ordered what, and you can contact those people really easily that way rather than having to search through and sift through all your order forms, which takes forever. And I'll give you a personal example of how this really, really helped me. So with our recent Freaky Friday sale, which was amazing, okay, so on the morning of the sale, what I did was I went to the workstation, I just selected all my contacts who were in there. Now, I spent a fair bit of time going through and adding all the contacts in, which is really important. I know it's time consuming, but it is worth it, okay? Small amount of time in the beginning means huge return on investment later, investment on your time. So I sent out a really simple email. I didn't use MailChimp or anything like that from the workstation, just about the Freaky Friday up to 70% off sale. Very simple email. It was along the lines of, I'm happy to even share it. That's not a problem. Like, it was really simple. It was just, hey guys, massive sale going on tonight from 7 p.m. up to 70% off. Yeah, if you want to shop online, things will sell out really fast. Go here. And I put a link to my party link, which was, the Freaky Friday sale. And I named it the Freaky Friday sale. So if people go through and they order, they're like, oh, well, this sounds like the right party. Now, doing that alone, okay, I got over 1,000 PRV in sales, okay, within 24 hours, just from doing that. This was just from emailing my contacts, okay? So half of them probably ordered in the evening, and then half of them probably ordered the next day, going up to the 24-hour point. Now, so that's a perfect example of how follow-up makes a huge difference. So if I didn't have all those details in there, I couldn't have sent them an email or sent them anything. And I would have, had to go through my order forms, and that takes too much time. Now, you can also send, like for some people, for example, you might do orders through Facebook or whatever. That's fine. Put them in a list. So put them in a Scentsy customer list. So when you want to post something regarding Scentsy, you have them in that Scentsy list. So say your Scentsy customer list. So I posted something about the sale for that as well. So make sure you've got your business is ordered and you've got your contacts in a way that you can access them and you can follow them up easily. Okay, doing this one thing alone has just had a huge dramatic effect on my own personal business. Okay, because I realized that what I thought I was doing as work before was really just fluffing around on social media and Facebook. I really wasn't doing much at all. But what this does is it allows me to effectively contact and follow up with people on a regular basis too. So I can send customers just an email, about stuff that's going on, or even when Scentsy sends us out their newsletter, I can, basically put some of the information in and send it out to customers as well. Hey, this is coming out soon. This is happening. Or because the more you keep in contact with your customers, the more likely that they're going to come to you to buy when they want to buy Scentsy. Okay. And you can do things like offer them to do a text party, right? So for people that may not really be into parties, and some people aren't, and if you're really busy like me during the week and you don't really have time to do a lot of parties, offer your customers to do a text party, right? So you just say, hey, if you want a way to party without partying, here's what you can do. You can just share this link, or I can set up a link for you. You just text or email to your friends, and when they order through that link, then you're going to immediately get you're going to get rewards from that when it reaches a party total. And who's not going to want to just, put a post on their Facebook page for their friends and say, hey guys, if you want to stock up on Scentsy, go through this link and I'll get some rewards. People are really happy to do that because, it's easy, it's simple. And a lot of people now are knowing more about Scentsy. So they're more like, oh, Scentsy, cool. Yeah. Or either A, I'd like to try, or yes, I need some more stuff. So that's a way that you're leveraging your time and your contacts massively. Okay, so make it easy for them. So if you sort of say, look, here's a way you can party without partying, doing a text party or do an online party or whatever it is. But you need to have those contacts there, and you need to be contacting them regularly. Okay, so just doing regular contacts. Could be, and for people that I know there's some text apps that you can use as well, so they're good to use. There's also like larger emailing platforms you can use as well. I tend to use just the workstation because Scentsy have invested a lot of time and money into making the workstation work for us. So I happen to love the way that it's set up. We can go through, we can click the contacts we want to send an email to. You can make it look a little bit pretty, like if you want, there are some editing things, but I just tend to find my personal preference when I get an email from, say, a consultant or someone who's offering a promotion, I prefer it to be straight to the point. Like, here's a promotion, this is what's happening, click here. I prefer not to go through all the fluff. So, but that's just me. But so then I find that works for people that like that as well. So if you have the time to want to go through and make things look pretty, fantastic. But I just tend to try and get to the point, as and because people that are busy prefer things to get to the point. So this really has made a huge difference. So I know you will hear these terms, the fortune is in the follow-up, but the problem is we're not going to follow up unless we actually have a system in place. And I didn't do this for a long time in my business. And I feel like I probably lost a lot of customers by not doing that. So following up with your customers is so important, but you need to do them in a way that makes it easy for you to access, and that you're able to access all your contacts like in a database, which the workstation has for you, and makes it much faster. So when you do that party, when you get home and you've got all those your customer receipts, go through straight away and just when you're putting their information into the orders, like when you're putting the orders in, try and make sure when you're at the parties or when you're collecting information, when you're at market stalls, when you're giving out samples, get their email and their phone number. email, phone number. Okay, because either one of those things you can use to contact them. Text messages are great. Emails are great. People still read emails. I realize we're in the age of social media, but people still respond to emails. Okay. My Freaky Friday sale success is a testament to that. So I hope that helps. I'll try to keep this under 10 minutes, but I quite haven't. But yeah, so go through and do that. Please promise me you will start putting your contacts, your customers, your people from markets, events, anywhere, your hosts, put them into your workstation, because it's so much easier to go through and find what you need to find rather than scrummaging through your order forms. Okay. It also makes your business far more professional, because you approach it from a professional point of view rather than I'm just going to do this as a kind of little side hobby thing. Okay. All right, guys. Great talking to you, and I look forward to the next training video. And you're all great. Okay. Thanks. Bye.